I was just about to leave the office, but I decided to make a quick update video, talk a little bit about where we're at with Alonzo. As you guys know, we do our monthly updates with the Cardano 360 episode, and we also try to give you guys real-time updates when and where things are apparent. As many of you know, we entered last month the Alonzo Blue era, and we've been working with partners on that. We've learned a huge amount, and we're just about to enter Alonzo White. Originally, it was slated for this week, Monday, but it looks like the node for 1.2.8, which contains some validation fixes that we discovered through testing, is probably going to be about Friday or Monday, more likely than that Monday, because we try not to do a release on the back of a weekend. We're going to be bringing several hundred people into the Alonzo White network. It requires a respin to do it, and there's going to be a whole bunch of exercises that we run them through. But all things considered, things are chugging along, and we should run Alonzo White for probably 2 to 4 weeks, and then go to kind of the next phase. The wallet backend is slated for full integration at the end of July, and the first stage of the Plutus application backend integration is slated with the node for end of July as well at our current velocity. Then there's a Daedalus integration that needs to be done. Typically takes about 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks. So we think probably August 9th is when that's going to occur. And then there'll be some announcements and statements we make at the Cardano 360 episode at the end of this month about specifically what does that mean for the Hard Fork Combinator event to turn on Alonzo. So things are looking good. We've discovered standard bugs you would expect to discover and integration issues you'd expect to discover along the way. But we're working our way through them as always. And, they were following a pretty rigorous QA process, but things overall are fairly stable. The development ecosystem is quite large. It's kind of bizarre. The crypto media and people over Twitter have decided to make an issue out of a tweet where I predicted that there were going to be many assets on Cardano and many dApps on Cardano by end of July in about a year's time. And to be honest, we actually have that kind of traction. There are tens of thousands of assets, over $10 million worth of NFTs, I think, have been sold. If we're counting correctly, throughout the Cardano network, there are thousands of them issued, all kinds of commercial activity there. If you look at the Catalyst funding set, when you look at the DeFi set on Cardano, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of good candidates there, and over 1,500 developers trained through the Plutus Pioneers program. So there's enormous amount of commercial interest, traction, community effort with Cardano. And we're seeing that with Alonzo Blue and soon to be White. And we're seeing that with independent projects and how fast they're moving. So all things considered, the ecosystem is quite healthy and viable. And since that time of the prediction last year, we've seen a tripling in the population size of Cardano and obviously a lot of value accumulation as well. We're the #1 stake network in the entire space, #1 for commits, and we have a humongous population in every social channel from Reddit to Telegram, and a lot of excitement and activity, and recently even got accepted in Grayscale's fund. It's the 3rd largest holding, and a lot of institutional interest. So by every measurable KPI, the growth of the last year has been remarkable, and smart contracts are nearly here. It's just a phased process because Cardano is so large, listed in so many places, and there's so many moving pieces. That process has to be followed, and we outlined it. Alonzo Blue, White, probably Purple will be broken into 2 stages, and the HFC event is still roughly on schedule for where we thought it was going to be. And of course, there's a lot of work to be done with the application backend, and that's underway, and that's done in stages as well. First, the Plutus application backend to the node, and then after the full wallet integration, the PAB integration to the wallet backend. And so all things considered, the velocity is exactly where it needs to be. The progress is exactly where it needs to be. Alonzo is coming. And as I said, every month we give you guys a pretty comprehensive update with the episode. And there's a lot of commercial activity already occurring. And we expect to see significantly more activity over the next 90 days. The Goguen Summit has been announced. We said September of 2021. And the location physically, I believe, will be University of Wyoming. And there will be a hybrid event with a digital location as well. And we'll showcase a lot of the great things that are being done. Those who levy criticism at this project are either misinformed or malicious at this point. Cardano remains one of the fastest growing, most stable, most mature, and systematic of cryptocurrency projects. And we remain one of the top mentioned in every social metric in our entire industry. And you can see every week progress being made, every week development being done, and people talking about it on Twitter, on Reddit, on Telegram, with their own projects, and a very vibrant ecosystem. So that's where we're at. And it's going to be a very exciting 90 days as we continue to systematically go through the colors of the Alonzo rainbow, leading to a hard fork combinator event. And then we're going to see a lot of apps wake up on the network and a very big ecosystem grow. Also, I will remind you that since Mary was launched earlier this year, thousands and thousands and thousands of NFTs and other such things have been issued and sold on Cardano. And there's already a lot of plans for native tokens, such as SingularityNet and many DeFi applications that are coming. And we continue, of course, with integration of all other components. There is a full Hydra team working. Prism is moving along. Massively expanded requisitions for that team, hiring more than 30 people, nation state deals, for example, Ethiopia in place, and more to come. So that's a very dense pipeline that we have, and each and every one of those will produce and create value for the network. So don't pay attention to the noise, follow the facts. That's what we've always done. Peer review volume is, of course, high. We're up to over 110 papers. Omega's in progress. We already released the Mithril paper. We have a Hydra Pay paper, which is just getting cleaned up and finalized, and that'll come out soon. And we continue to make progress on stablecoin research. We think our tentative target is July 14th for finishing up that algorithmic stablecoin paper we've been working on for the past few months. We have DEX papers. We have many things that we're doing in this space. Okay, so I look forward to seeing everybody at the end of the month for the Cardano 360 update. And thank you to all the people participating in the first cohort of the Blues Pioneers program. Thank you for all the people in the second cohort of the program, which is currently underway. And thank you for everyone who is now actively testing Alonzo Blue and migrating to Alonzo White. And next week's going to be a very busy week. We're going to learn a lot, continue doing QA. There's a lot of aggressive QA going on, a lot of stuff being discovered as expected, but things are definitely being hardened. And all of our infrastructure is being upgraded. DB Sync, the GraphQL APIs, et cetera, et cetera. Rosetta support continues growing, and I keep signing decision memos for various things, from upgrades to the hardware wallet support to other features and capabilities.